Hello, everybody. My name is Lauren, and I have been a PE teacher for 3 years through Rhythm and Moves, which is a company that gives me experience as a full-time PE teacher and allows me to earn my credential at the same time. And what districts do in my area they hire Rhythm and Moves to provide PE teachers and music teachers for their schools. So that's what I've been doing for 3 years. Um, it's been really fun. I love PE so much. It has been really eye opening with my methodology paper in the topic I picked, which is implementing UDL in physical education. Um, and I wanted to investigate this because one, it has to do with my field of teaching. I've also noticed that UDL is becoming increasingly useful in the teaching world. We're able to provide multiple means of content representation as our curriculum requirements continue to change, not just in PE but in like all subjects. So that's kind of why I chose that topic, just because I wanted to know more about it. Um, my research questions are: number one, how was UDL developed and how can it be used in a PE setting? Number two is what findings have been found using UDL and what concrete strategies can I use in my class? And more specifically, number three, which I'm really interested in, is what does UDL look like regarding English language learners and students with IEP and 504 plans? I plan on finding answers to these questions by conducting interviews if my colleagues use UDL in their practice, more specifically, teachers that work with students that have these IEPs and these 504 plans. So I'll be, kind of probing, seeing if any of these teachers are familiar with UDL, and asking them more questions about it. I'm also going to be using and have been using online journals that I have found through National University's library. I have found quite a few journals that I think are very useful in my research and can also share with everyone. One side note that is pretty unique within my situation is that I completed ITL 660 and 662 quite a few months ago, and then I had to start my student teaching process in September. So it's been kind of a little bit since I've looked at my research paper, but I'm becoming more familiar with it, like as I'm answering these questions. So that's pretty good. Coming back to what I'll use for my research is also test scores if they're accessible to me. I have, since I'm not employed through the district, I am limited in what I could view about my students. So I'll have to see what I can access and use whatever I can in my research. Um, my experiences with my critical friend, from what I remember, was pretty great actually. I really found it useful to like bounce ideas off of another classmate who is experiencing the same challenges as I am, using some of the same resources, and I really like having another resource, a person to share our experiences with together and ask like, oh, like, what kind of research or journals have you been using and how have you been using